Remember E3? Well, they sure as hell don't. It was a yearly tradition for 25 years, but began to die in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Following the pandemic in 2021, they attempted to revive E3 with an all-digital show. This ended up being the last E3, at least for the foreseeable future, and I've wanted to talk about Nintendo's E3 2021 Direct ever since it first aired. Here, I even have some notes from right after the presentation aired. I said Kazuya was a bad addition to Smash because I didn't know him.
So, we can already disregard everything I had to say.
Mario Golf looks fine, Monkey Ball remasters look fine, I only mentioned that because I recognized it. Metroid Dread, I said 2D Metroid is a ton of fun.
I think at this point in time, I'd only ever played 5 minutes of Super Metroid.
And then I focused on the Zelda blowout at the end. It's fun looking back on what I said about the look at Tears of the Kingdom. I called the new abilities runes since, well, that's what they were in Breath of the Wild. The sky better have a ton of awesome stuff to do.
Oh, you poor naive child.
Also, a 2022 release date is scheduled, and I'm fine with that.
Oh, you poor naive child.
And I end with saying this Direct wasn't good.
Okay. Let's do this properly now. Let's revisit this Direct and see not only if it's actually good, but if it's Nintendo's best E3 Direct.
This Direct is dual hosted by Takahashi and Koizumi, which is so damn fun. To begin, we start with a Smash reveal, revealing Tekken's Kazuya. Now, knowing what Tekken is, this is an awesome reveal in every way. Starting with throwing Ganondorf into the lava is awesome, and continuing to throw other characters is also really funny. Kazuya is also an interesting choice since he's from a fighting game, so yeah, I've changed my mind on this.
Never mind. Oh! Never mind again.
Sakurai then comes in to talk about Kazuya a bit, then Takahashi reiterates what was just announced again, then on to some headlines. Life is Strange ports are announced. I'm never against ports to the Switch, even if I don't care about them at all. Guardians of the Galaxy is also announced to be coming to the Switch, which was huge. This had just been announced at an earlier presentation, and I wasn't expecting it to come to Switch. But wait, zoom in. Cloud version. Ugh. I really hate how good the trailer footage looked when you know it's not gonna look like this running on the actual system, even if it's a cloud version. Worms Rumble, who cares? Astria Ascending, who cares? 2 Point Campus, who cares? Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is announced to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the series, and it looks decent. It's just a collection of remasters, but it's Monkey Ball, so how could you hate it? They found a way. Mario Party Superstars gets announced, which looks so promising. Sure, it's just a collection of remastered boards and minigames, but it was revisiting the original core of Mario Party, which worked a hell of a lot better than what they were doing 10 years ago. In the best possible world, this would be a step for the Mario Party team to make a new Mario Party that's just as good as the older ones.
I love being from 4 years in the future.
Then it jumps right into some Metroid talk, where Takahashi says that they're still working on Metroid Prime 4, but he's got a new Metroid game to show.
Oh my god, Samus is one of us. Let's celebrate.
Metroid Dread gets announced, which was massive. This was the first brand new Metroid game since Metroid Other M, which released 11 years prior, and the first 2D game since Fusion 19 years prior. Also, the reveal of the Dread name, that was awesome. Prior to this, like years prior, there were rumors of a new Metroid called Dread, and for it to finally become a real thing was super awesome. This was an incredible announcement, and still is one of the coolest moments in any Direct. More headlines, Just Dance, what do you expect? Cruise and Blast looks like a fun arcade racing game. A Dragon Ball Z game, cool, but I'm not really into Dragon Ball. A Mario Golf trailer that details each of the modes, and man, this game just looks boring. Like, it's a nice looking game, but these courses look so lame with the exception of a few Mario references. And the modes just look okay, but not $50 okay. And they also announced that there's gonna be free updates, but that's also lame. I get they're trying to make it incentivizing by saying, buy this game and you'll get more stuff later, but like, who cares? The new Donk City course looks awesome, but it wouldn't even be in the game at launch, so who fucking cares? Monster Hunter Stories 2 looks a little rough, but still cool to have another Monster Hunter on Switch. And a new new WarioWare is announced to get it together. It looks good, but I gotta say, for a Switch WarioWare, I was expecting a bit more. With the Joy-Cons, there's so many crazy things you can do with WarioWare. With its gyro and IR camera, a WarioWare on Switch could be crazy, but here they focus on multiplayer, which is easy with the Joy-Cons, but also restricts them from doing as much as you can with WarioWare on Switch. But it still looks good, and hopefully, like Mario Party, this will get a follow-up that actually does cool things with the Joy-Cons.
I love being from 4 years in the future.
Then we get an extended look at Shin Megami Tensei 5, which looks pretty damn good for a Switch game. It's Shin Megami Tensei though, so I don't have much to say other than it looks good and I want to play it one day. More headlines, Danganronpa games are being ported, which is cool. Again, just cool to see these make their way to Switch. Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water also gets a port, freeing it from the Wii U neat shit. Doom Eternal's DLC is announced and released on Switch. It's really damn cool that this game still got all of its DLC on Switch. Really commendable of Bethesda, ZeniMax, or whoever to do that. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 2 Remastered also come to Switch, but my god, why does it look so bad? These are original PlayStation games. There's no reason for them to look this bad on Switch, regardless of it being a remaster. Strange Brigade, I just have nothing to say. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope gets another trailer, and it looks fine enough. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp gets another look. Can't wait to play this on December 3rd, 2021. And finally, a Zelda Blowout. A look at Age of Calamity DLC, who cares? Anuma explains what we just saw because of course he does. Some Skyward Sword HD talk, he goes over some general info, and I gotta say, they really undersold how good Skyward Sword HD was. There were a ton of great changes which they didn't talk about until right before release. He then shows off the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch to celebrate Zelda's 35th anniversary. I was very happy that Nintendo did at least something for Zelda's 35th anniversary, and while this was a really simple thing for them to do, it's still really damn cool. And lastly, a look at gameplay with Tears of the Kingdom showing off the sky, battle taluses, rewind, ascend. This was such an exciting trailer, and it really engaged my imagination. It almost felt unreal, and while it was short, it still made me so damn happy. A 2022 release date was announced.
Well, that sure as hell didn't happen. Thank God I'm from 4 fucking years in the future.
And that concludes Nintendo's E3 2021 Direct. And looking back, this was a really damn good one. Dread, Mario Party, and WarioWare were all great announcements. A look at Tears of the Kingdom's mechanics, more looks at upcoming games, and a decent slew of third-party titles makes this one of Nintendo's best Directs, and possibly their best E3 Direct.
But of course, I can't objectively say this was Nintendo's best E3 Direct because that kind of stuff comes down to subjectivity. So if you got upset over the fact that I asked if this was Nintendo's best E3 Direct, that's your own damn fault. Thanks for watching, and good fucking Nicus.